Good day everyone, Mr. Cargill here with our next AutoCAD video. Now in this video, we're going to look at how we go about using the Object Snap toolbar in AutoCAD. So I'm going to go through every single aspect of the Object Snap toolbar and show you how to use all of them. So Object Snap is right down here. Now in Object Snap, we have a lot of different options. I'm going to show you what each option does. We also have advanced settings. But for your basic AutoCAD needs, you're not going to need to go into advanced settings. So let's start with endpoint. So for endpoint, it's quite simple. If you have a line, let me draw this line like that. Now, once I have endpoint turned on in Object Snap, I'm going to be able to snap a line or a point or anything to the end of this line. All right, either end, either this end or this end over here. Next, we have midpoint. So this is midpoint right here. So let me turn this on. So what midpoint does is this. It gives you the point right in the middle of a line like that. And it's going to be a triangular icon. So it's very useful when you want to find a midpoint. Next, we have center. So for example, if I draw a circle here, once I have center turned on, let's say I want to draw a line from the center of that circle, then I can come here and the center will be turned on, and then you can just click and you can draw your line or anything that you want to draw from the center of the circle. Next, we have geometric center. So let me just turn this on. What geometric center does is similar to what center does, except it works for other shapes and not just circles. So for example, if I come here and I draw that rectangle, if I have geometric center turned on, then once I move my mouse to any part of the rectangle, then this center is highlighted. That's the geometric center. So that's how that works. Next, we have node. Now, node is important because it deals with points. So let's say, for example, I wanted to divide this line into, so let's say, for example, I wanted to divide this line into a number of parts. So if I type divide, and then I click on the line, it says enter number of segments. So let's say I wanted to divide it into 4. So I click 4, enter. So now my points aren't showing here. So to turn on your points, you're going to type P type. And you're going to select any one of these. I normally use this one. And you can select the size that you want it to be. Let's select 3. And I'll set in absolute units. So here we have some points. I should have made them stay at 5. 3 is a bit small, but that's okay. So now, if I want to draw a line from the center of this point, it's not snapping to the center of that point. So I can't draw my line. But if I turn on node, then now I can draw a line from the center of that point. And that's how that works. Next, we have quadrant, which is very important. So quadrant deals with these 4 parts of the circle: the top, the left, the right, and the base of the circle. So that is your quadrant. So if I wanted to draw a line from like the base of a circle here, once I have quadrant turned on, I can then draw my line. So there we have that. All right, next we have intersection. So let's say, for example, we have these 2 lines intersecting each other like this. And I want to draw a line from right at this point where they meet. All right, so that's where intersection comes in. Now, if I'm to turn off intersection, you'll see that my line isn't going to snap to this point that I want. So if I turn on intersection now, then I can snap right at that intersection point. All right, so next we have extension. So let me show you what extension does. So let's say here I have this line. And I want to continue this line, but I want to start the next part of this line a certain distance away from it. Let's say I wanted to start it about 200 or so millimeters away from it, or inches depending on what units you're drawing in. So I would type that amount. So in this case, I'm typing 200, press enter. So now I can start this next line 200 millimeters away from the first line, and so on. So that's one way how you can go about using extension. Next, we have insertion. And what insertion allows you to do is whenever you add blocks, it allows you to click on different points that on the block. But you don't really need to use that tool since you can always click on the endpoints and so on the block. Next, we have perpendicular, which is a very important tool as well. So let's say I have this line right here. Let me make this horizontal. And let's say I want to draw a perpendicular line from here. Even if I didn't have an object snap, if I move around, it will give me the perpendicular point like that. All right, next we have tangent, and tangent is very important along with quadrant as well. So with tangent, if I turn on this circle right here and I'm supposed to draw a line, let's say I draw a line from over here and then the tangential point is here, so I know that if I continue my line, it will just be a tangent to the circle and it won't go through the circle. And tangent and quadrant, they are both important, especially when you're doing isometric drawings. So for example, if I go into the isometric plane and I select a circle, so to select a circle, I will type ellipse, then take I for isocircle, I will draw that isocircle. So then if I draw a line now from like here, and if I bring that line out, this is the quadrant point. So now if I am to draw like a next line from this quadrant point and bring that out, I'm just turn on object snap. Actually, let me just copy this line from here to there. So now I can click on here and I can copy this circle from this quadrant point and just move it somewhere down on this circle. And that's how you'd go about getting like a cylinder. So I can trim there, trim here, and there I have my cylinder. So it's very useful. Next we have nearest, and what nearest does is this. It allows you to click anywhere on a line. So let's say, for example, I want to draw a line from anywhere on this line, anywhere. I can click on any one of those points. So that's what nearest does. It can be annoying sometimes, but you can keep it turned off, but normally keep everything on and turn off what I don't need. Apparent intersection, what that does is just to allow you to draw lines from where things seem to intersect in two-dimensional drawings, even if they don't intersect there in 3D. But when you're doing 2D drawings, you don't really need that. Next we have parallel. So to use parallel, I'm going to turn off nearest. And you're going to see why. So for parallel, let's say I have this line here, just a random angle. And I want to draw a line parallel to that line. So let's say from here, if I come here, I say parallel, so I know that. All right, for the parallel point, if you do like this and bring your line out, you can get that parallel angle like that. And the reason I turned off nearest is this. If I had on nearest, then when I select a line, so like from here, it would give me the nearest point instead of parallel. So it's good to turn off nearest when you're using parallel. Alright, so that is every single tool in Object Snap. I hope you found this video helpful. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for future videos. Thanks for watching and have yourselves a fantastic day.